Steve, how about the rest of the way for the Allegheny Gators?
This week, Allegheny will be at Hiram for a single game Thursday afternoon. Then they return back here to Robertson Field next weekend. Next Friday with one game against Ohio Wesleyan. Then a doubleheader against Ohio Wesleyan the following day, Saturday afternoon, to complete the regular season. Then depending on the results of the Ohio Wesleyan series, Allegheny will either be at the NCAC tournament or hosting the NCAC tournament. Right now, just one game ahead of Ohio Wesleyan.
This is Chris Singolani. Sends a shot to short. Hardoby up, throws to first, and it's another perfect inning for Chris Nelson, cruising through 4. We have played 3.5. It's Allegheny 2, Wooster nothing. You're watching Allegheny College Baseball on CTV 13.
Today's game is brought to you by Integra Bank. 4 local offices: Meadville, Conneaut Lake, Linesville, and Sagertown. Northwestern Rural Electric Cooperative Association, serving our rural area since 1936. Family Hair Care, Meadville's full-service salon in the downtown mall. Sagertown Manufacturing Corporation, pleased to support the Gators in the telecast of today's game. Mobilecom, the crystal clear communications people, wishing the Gators good luck and a great season. And by Armstrong Video Services, award-winning, affordable television production right here in Meadville.
Chuck Hardoby set to lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning here for the Gators. 3.5 in the books. Allegheny holding a 2-0 advantage. I'm Bill Flanagan, joined by the Sports Information Director of Allegheny, Steve Mest. Steve, I know it's your inaugural campaign down here, but with a nearly perfect baseball season, got to think makes your job just a little bit easier as Hardoby takes a called strike.
Or tougher, depending how you look at it, I suppose.
More pleasant. How about we settle for that?
Oh, absolutely. It's thrilling to be a part of such a season as this. It really is.
Let's hope it continues. Hardoby watch a big bender going just outside. 1-1 the count. There's a good look at Chuck Hardoby, 6-foot senior shortstop. 1-1 again up high.
Chuck, another product of the Pittsburgh area, out of Washington, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh area, really a big recruiting pipeline for not only the Allegheny baseball program, but for most of its athletic programs.
That offering nips the outside corner. Evens the count at 2-2. Hardoby in the 2nd inning struck out. He'll be followed by Joe Pass, Craig Malagese. 2-2 offering from Donatelli is outside for ball 3. They go full here to start the bottom half of the 4th inning. Allegheny, 2 runs in their 3rd inning, posting their current 2-0 advantage. The 3-2 pitch swung on, foul tipped, held on to by catcher Mark McKinney. And there's another strikeout for pitcher Nick Donatelli, his 5th on the afternoon.
I was really curious to see how Donatelli would react to that the 2 runs there in the 3rd inning by Allegheny. Just a freshman. A similar situation to Game 2 yesterday, in which Wooster threw a freshman. He got rattled a little bit, gave up 4 runs in 1 inning, and that turned out to be the game-winning runs.
So Joe Pass who takes the ball inside. Donatelli had the first error by Matt Vinsler, the shortstop, last inning, cost him 2 runs eventually. The 2nd error, as Pass takes a called strike by Eric Hagan, did not affect the rest of the frame. But clearly, as we saw head coach Tim Petterini come out, it affected his young pitcher. Pass swings and fouls that one left side. Giving chase is Hagan. That's well out of play. Moving the count 1-2. Petterini went out, calmed his freshman down, and Donatelli was able to get out of the rest of the inning unscathed. But the damage had been done to the point and to the tune of 2 Allegheny runs, which is again their current lead. Nobody on, 1 away here, bottom of the 4th inning. Donatelli, full windup, and the pitch swung on right back through the box and a base hit by second baseman Joe Pass. Donatelli, fortunately, falling away off the mound, his left side, exact opposite direction of where that ball came, buzzing by the right side. So Joe Pass is on base for the first time today, picking up a Gator base knock. Their 4th of the afternoon. That means Craig Malagese comes to the plate with 1 on and 1 out. Pass gets his lead at first. There's a ball outside. One the count. And a token toss. The first pass diving back safely.
Pass not much of a threat to run. He's stolen 4 bases on the season. Has not been caught stealing yet, however.
1-0 to Malagese is outside 2-0. Malagese a double in the 3rd inning. Scored a run, first of the game. Time up in somewhat of an RBI situation. His teammate at first base. Ball's fouled back. It's 2-1.
Craig Malagese really one of a 3-man platoon situation out on right field for the Gators this year. Also playing the senior Kevin Daimio and a freshman Jason Nypotter. But of late, it's been Malagese on a more consistent basis.
2-1 is on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 2-2. Malagese, as we stated today, has come through. Double and a run scored. It was 0-4 yesterday. His walk enabled Allegheny to plate a run. Pass leads from first, the 2-2. Is fouled back as Malagese just got a piece of that one to stay alive. See if Coach Crean has anything on here as he gives signs to Joe Pass. Leads off first, and Nick Donatelli, Wooster pitcher, fully aware of that. There's Pass's lead at first. 2-2 the count. Pitch on the way. Malagese thought about it, held off, and it draws the count full at 3-2. Now Steve will really see. Allegheny plays a little hit and run here.
I would fully expect it, knowing Rick Crean. I think we'll see Joe Pass leading right now.
Pass is in motion, and the pitch is way outside, and Malagese draws a free pass with the base on balls. Puts Allegheny runners at first and second. For catcher, Greg Reinhardt.
Number 6, the catcher, Greg
Reinhardt grounded out in the the second inning. But that enabled Malagese to move up 90 feet into scoring position and eventually score the Gators' first run. A moment ago, took a look down at third for the sign. He's got it now. Donatelli in the stretch with Gators at first and second. First pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike.
Allegheny got the unexpected offensive production yesterday from Greg Reinhardt, his first and second home runs in the season. A 3-run shot in game 1 and a 2-run shot in game 2. Allegheny, as we touched on in the pregame, consistent offensive performance throughout its lineup.
There's a swing and a miss for Reinhardt, who quickly falls in the hole 0-2. Joe Pass is leading off at second base. At first, Craig Malagese. There's a good shot of the runners. And though you can't see it in that picture, first baseman Chris Singolani is playing behind his man at first. And there's a ball inside, and it did hit Greg Reinhardt. So a big mental error there on the part of Nick Donatelli, the Wooster pitcher, up 0-2 in the count. It comes inside and grazes the right arm of Greg Reinhardt, and with that loads the bases for leadoff hitter Mike Penn. And Steve, you've been touching on it. Penn is in somewhat of a slump. He's 0 for 2 today, striking out in both appearances, but an absolutely golden opportunity. Snap out of that this time up.
He really has been fighting the ball lately. You can see it in his first 2 at-bats in today's game. Really fighting the ball, and as we said, he has had just 1 hit in his last 5 games, that being the home run in game 2 yesterday. Here's the perfect opportunity for Penn to break out.
Bases juiced of Gators, and there's Penn swinging, and a base hit into left field. One run going to score. Malagis being waved. He's going to score as John Tomlinson has all kinds of problems in left field with the baseball, and Allegheny quickly takes a 4-0 lead. That's just a prime example of when your team is going good, sometimes they can pick you up. Mike Penn with a bleeder that just made it through a drawn-in infield. If Matt Vinsler at short is playing back at close to his normal position, he may not only come up with that, but could possibly be starting an inning-ending double play. Instead, Penn gets credit for a single, 2 RBIs, and puts Allegheny in front 4-0. This is Joe Gaeta. That pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike. Gaeta on the afternoon is 0 for 2, reaching base and scoring in the third, thanks to an error. Both runners getting their leads, and there's a called strike inside corner again from Nick Donatelli. 2 on, 1 out. 4th inning. Allegheny 2 runs home. Leading Wooster 4-0. There's the 0-2 to Gaeta. Swung on and he missed. Donatelli gets Joe Gaeta swinging for the second out of the frame.
Designated hitter Joe Vastola. Come on, Joey.
Now 6 strikeouts on the afternoon for Nick Donatelli. He has yielded 4 runs through 3 2/3 to this point. Still in a dangerous position with runners at first and second. First pitch is up high to Joe Vastola, who an inning ago came through with a big double, plated 2. He is 2 for 2, 2 RBIs on the afternoon with 2 two-baggers. This is wild. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed by Vastola at strike 1. Got to think Steve Vastola, after 2 doubles in 3 innings, has to be looking at that ball almost like a beach ball coming up there as Donatelli throws up high for ball 2. Type of situation you almost run to the plate for. See the runners at first and second. 2 on, 2 out, 2 in. 4-0 Allegheny. 2-1 the count to Vastola. The pitch up high and it's 3-1. Joe Vastola now and Steve in a golden opportunity with the count in his favor at 3-1. Donatelli with his sign. Fakes the toss back to second. No damage done there.
Attaboy, Greg.
Reinhardt getting back into second without a problem. He's at second base. Mike Penn is at first. And again, first baseman Chris Singolani playing behind the runner. 3-1 on the way. He is in there for a called strike. Vastola thought it was ball 4, was on his way to first, but instead will have to stand in the box for a full count. See the runners in motion now. 3-2 the count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, Allegheny 2 in to lead 4-0. There go the runners, and that ball is sliced into left field. Charging is Tomlinson. Excuse me, it's even going to be caught by Vinsler, the shortstop, to end the inning. But Allegheny with 2 more runs, moving their lead to 4-0 after 4 over Wooster. You're watching Allegheny College Baseball on CTV 13.
Today's Allegheny baseball game is brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, specializing in sports medicine, total joint replacement, and carpal tunnel surgery.